locked myself in the kitchen.
Hi everyone, thank you for coming back.
We didn't shut Will in the kitchen.
He shut himself.
Well,
in
we
there.
did. But
We still didn't do the group chat thing.
But no, what I was going to say is I'm seeing Amy and Kyle later on today. I will just ask if he wants to join. We didn't sign Leo's birthday card though.
Oh, well, we
Later.
should do that before you leave. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, welcome back. I believe we are currently having a significantly longer and more calm break as Eofil is going around and healing folk. I'm aware that now everybody is eating cookies, and I now need to ask you all what you want to do. And somebody has.
And you get to eat your cookie.
Yeah, I want to eat my cookie. Come on, talk at me for 5 minutes, thank you. Have an internal discussion so I can eat, or I will continue to waffle for the next minute, so you can all eat your cookies.
So this all the healing and stuff is happening at the moment.
Yeah, Eofil is slowly going around.
Are we not just finding our show and being like, where the fuck's Kyle?
Yeah. I will telepathically ask would it be, is a big move here appropriate, something to kind of get people into the headspace of being oh, we can commit ourselves to Eofil as an angel,
What are you thinking? Like a miracle?
I have an idea. And I think that Chantia will be chill with it, but
What?
I'm just saying that if we lead by example. If we kind of commit ourselves to Eofil, then other people might be like, wow, okay, and the big heroes do it, so maybe we should too.
If these celebrities do it, I have to as well.
Yeah, it's fad culture, you know?
Oh, is this where the cult gets a really famous person to be the face of the cult?
It's not a cult. It's not. It's just a bog standard, boring religion.
It's quite literally called the Cult of Eofil.
We're rebranding. That's bullshit.
Yeah, it's not red anymore, it's blue.
We murdered the old fucking leaders. They don't get to call the shots anymore.
I'm not sure I'm actually in camera here.
You sort of not. No, you might need to inch in a bit.
I might just move the camera.
Yeah, I think that's a better idea.
So a couple of you can do
You're
that.
good.
I don't think any known Knights of Ash could pledge themselves to her.
Okay, it's not insane though. If we were to go with that.
If you start movement amongst the people, yes.
Okay.
That's not a bad idea.
Cool. Watch this.
And there we go, you two paladin levels.
No, I head over.
I'm not emotionally ready to declare myself to another god again.
I do a small prayer to myself,
I think I need some
being
therapy first.
Trantia, I know you're cool with sharing. Obviously,
How do you feel about a poly relationship?
she's literally got a poly relationship.
Oh, it's a good pun.
Thank you so much.
Oh, it's such a good pun.
You really set that up.
Jesus.
Anyways, I mean, she's facilitated so much for me. I think she's gonna totally understand where I'm coming from when I do this. I am not in fear at all. I think it's fine.
She knows you're a chaos being.
Just for show.
Yeah, I kind of
Just doing it for the public, but you and me in secret. Yeah.
What's that from again?
I don't know.
It's literally from something. I'm gonna put my cookie down.
Put the cookie down. No. That's from Jingle All the Way.
It is.
Is it? Or is
Great.
it from
No, it's from
the
Jingle
teacher
All the
one?
Way. No.
Jingle All the Way.
Jingle All the Way for
Oh,
sure.
God.
Great, incredible.
I think that is the teacher
terrible,
one.
amazing
Kindergarten
film.
Cop.
No, it's a very different film.
It's so good though.
Anyway.
We're going to sit and do our impressions.
I step over, obviously, I maybe wait
Step
until
over
she's,
the injured people.
I step over as in across the room, not
Excuse me. Your hole and your abdomen can wait.
I wait until she is done all of the big, horrific things. So, some time will have passed. And when it's, down to more minor injuries, which are a little less kind of, thingammy, but also mean that she's going through people more, which means that there's, more turnover. So more people are going to be, present for this. Yeah, I'm Lady Eofil. And then I wait until she kind of turns. And then I go down on a knee. And I kind of go...
Marry me!
I have been besotted. That
Class, you're in the background like,
like 2 hours ago. And no, I want to thank you profusely for your aid today and the aid offered in the meeting just there. I'm so grateful that you have a way to safely take the people out of Avernus, and I would like to commit myself to this this path that you have put forward, so I know it's like very deadpan, very sincere, and like Polly does mean it, like wholeheartedly. She's not being like, you are my one true god now, but like she does believe in the whole thing. Like
I can have a major minor.
yeah, absolutely. Like you are definitely like S tier. It's just that there's another one up there. Like and with this, the reason that I don't think that Chontia is going to be mad is I actually did take another paladin level, and I'm now I took the Oath of the Watchers. So which I think leads in quite nice to all of this.
Yeah.
So I think that this is like me kind of like affirming that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see, like, Evil would like sort of give you the floor and like listen to you without interrupting as you go through this spiel, as it were, and then say, thank you, kind
Polly.
Polly.
My name's
Thank you.
Polly.
Yes,
My
we've never
apologies.
met.
Kind Polly.
Hi, Polly. Thank you, Polly. I would love to accept your faith in me and your commitment to me committing to the city to get them out of here. Thank you. I truly appreciate that, and I will work tirelessly to get the people of Proma to safety and out of this hellish hell.
I have no doubt that you will succeed.
Thank you.
If there was ever a time to say your last name, that was it.
No, we're good.
It's never come up.
We don't know.
If I get knighted and they call me like sir, then I'll tell
Okay.
everybody. Yeah. So I need it.
Knight Polly, and you get to know her last name.
Yeah.
Oh, this feels like a bribe, but I really want to take it. I don't think. But yeah, she would like accept your commitment and like take your arm, as it were, and like pull you up and things like that. And thank you, Polly. Thank you. It's very kind of you.
Thank you for. And gestures too. I'm hoping like all of the Adorian civilians around us for everything.
Yes, and you see lots of people like.
I enjoyed it.
And everybody clapped.
And like there's cheers of adoration. Yeah. And things like that.
I go and I leave to pray to Chanty and be like, thank you. I'm glad we're chill.
Please don't abandon me.
She's not gonna abandon me. We're so fine.
Okay.
A watcher.
Oh, the Watcher. Oh, you know. Okay. No,
Oh, I
that's
like
wrong.
your wee blue flowers. Are they new? In your flower box outside.
Oh yeah, I meant to say thank you to you for those.
They're yours?
I presume you cultivated them for me while we were away.
Oh, they're
I'm scared of your
forget-me-nots.
door. I didn't open it.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh.
They look like forget-me-nots.
You said don't open your balcony door
Yeah,
while
you
you were
did.
gone, so
I
I
was there.
did not
You did.
open the
You did
balcony
say
I
that.
door.
did. I didn't. Honestly, didn't expect you to listen to me and thought you'd just figure it out.
I didn't want to break it and be like, well, now the pigeons live here and I have to leave.
Just surrender the flat to the pigeons.
Yep. I was like, that's the only way this will turn out if I open that door. No, they grow on their own.
Oh really? Oh, okay. I will tell you more later.
They look nice.
I would also like to know if they are forget-me-nots, because I don't actually know what they are.
I can't see them very well, but they do look quite forget-me-naughty.
From here, yeah.
Yeah.
I love forget-me-nots.
The Oath of the Watchers The Oath of the Watchers binds paladins to protect mortal realms from the predations of extraplanar creatures, many of which can lay waste to mortal soldiers. Paladins who follow the Watcher's oaths are ever vigilant in spotting the influence of extraplanar forces, often establishing a network of spies and informants to gather information on suspected cults. So it ties in on 2 levels, which I thought was quite cool, because it's like Light Ravens and also we're in hell. Because I was tied between it and something else. That was the last decision I had to make that I mentioned. And then I read that like flavor text rather than just looking at the ability today. I was like, I have to pick this one.
That's very bad.
Yeah.
Very cool. I did think you might have gone for like Oath of the Ancients kind of thing to like tie it back.
I
into the
never
most
really
druidy one.
gelled with it. Like I really didn't. I don't know why. Just, it wasn't my bag.
That's very fair.
Yeah, so I'm a watcher now.
A watcher. For the lady that watches.
Oh, it's 3 levels. Ties it as 3 levels. Amazing. So like, yeah, imagine this. This is me, like a level 3 paladin, 2 levels for Fratrancia, and 1 level is for Agafield. Yeah.
Oh my god, that's so cute. When you pick your divine smite, you'd be like, shut it. Earfeel. And it like looks
Different
a little
colour.
different. Yeah. You can assign certain spells to them and have them like different magical flares.
I have to get them to meet up. My two moms.
They probably vibe quite well. Actually.
I'm sure.
There's something that has the Watchers in it as like.
Can you be more specific about what the something is? Is it a book?
I think it's a TV show. I don't know. It's ringing a very vague bell.
Okay.
It's not Migrants Archives, is it?
No.
No.
Ceaseless Watcher?
No. Like specifically the Watchers.
Is it Marvel's What If?
Who watches the Watchers? That's from
The
With the Watcher.
oh yeah, the What If thing.
Ah.
Yeah, that's it.
It is singular?
Well, there's
No,
3
no.
more of them at the end of
There's
season 2.
Anyways, spoilers.
Spoilers for What If. There's a bunch.
Is there?
They're like a whole cult.
I think I started watching it and got really confused. My brain
really
is full of
liked it.
D&D. I don't
It's
really
good
want
fun.
it. I prefer it when it's like little anthology stuff when I don't have to worry about it like
fair.
being an overarching thing, like Love, Death and Robots, which is getting another season.
Yeah, I saw that.
Wow, it's been ages. Very fun.
I need to get a Netflix account.
No, you don't.
Where's Kyle?
Where is Kyle? Where
Our
the fuck
show.
is Kyle?
Where the fuck is Ursho? And Ursho, where the fuck is Kyle?
Okay, so Osho and Garen would like upon that question be yelled across the telepathic bond. Oh, okay.
We're being
We're being summoned! Plot has required us! And I would gather up with you in like a small, like offshoot room.
unrelated. What y'all do when we're not here?
Excuse me,
Ursho and
we cease
Garen.
to exist as soon as your field of view passes over us like a video game. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Garen does a lot of really important decision making for the city and
He
has helped
does
the
so
city
much
together.
paperwork.
I know, right?
What is that paperwork of? Who knows?
Who knows?
It could all be blank. He's just signing it.
I know she knows most of the management of the day-to-day management of the Light Ravens. So.
Fair.
Which, as you can see, is going very well. We now have an honour guard thing that's happening outside.
Yeah. So
You gather up in a
Yeah.
room. I presume Polly got vaguely cold for this as well after your sort of commitment ceremony.
Yep, that's what it was.
somebody cast the ceremony spell while you were both there.
Oh dear.
And you're like, oh shit, did I just accidentally marry a Celestial? Sorry, Adolin.
There are worse things that could have happened.
Still your girl. Again.
Wait, when did it happen the first
Adolin is
time?
going to be the campaign's final boss.
You took Lazia, you took the sexy devil that I wasn't quite sure about, but maybe I could have.
he never wanted to take the devil.
No.
Devil to angel, that's an interesting swing.
Yeah.
I got range.
Hell yeah. So we gather up in a little side room. Ursho and Garen come in and yes.
We were just wondering where Kyle was because we thought everyone got called back here so that everyone could go fight for taking chains, but he doesn't seem to have been a part of that now that we're all back.
No.
Is he good? Is he alright?
He's been dead.
Is he
for 3
alive?
weeks and they just haven't
I'm
told
aware
us.
of the fact that he is alive.
Oh, good.
as per usual with Kyle, do not have the specifics about where he is. But I am aware of the fact that he is not on this plane of existence anymore.
Oh.
Did he just leave?
Oh my god.
He went to go make a beneficial deal, and as per usual with Kyle, that wasn't a simple step process, and I believe got embroiled into a series of events that has led him to be
Kyle's got his own
on
campaign.
a different plane of existence now.
Oh, like that time we went to a church and then ended up in a castle in the Feywilds. Of course.
Ironically, yes, very similar.
I wonder if he's also met up with the ragtag band of heroes and is all having adventures
He's
with them.
the next campaign, yeah.
He's like the character that drops into every one of Alex's campaigns from now on.
It's
That'd
like,
be
hi,
great,
I'm Kyle.
actually.
I'm gonna chaos everything and bye. And you're like, oh.
A monk that drops in, like picks up like a candlestick and goes, "Aha! I've acquired the second piece," and then runs off.
And you're like, excuse me.
Oh, what?
But yeah, Garen would explain that to you.
Do you know which plane?
Not currently, no.
He's sort of run out of time to find a solution.
He'll be fine. He's aware that we have sorted things and is currently trying to extract himself from his current situation.
Okay.
Do you know any more details? This is so mysterious.
This is cool, yeah.
Garen would sort of...
Did he get married?
Is she engaged to like a fey princess now? That would be cool.
Whilst I am not privy to Kyle's love life, I'm aware that he has been engaged and married in the past, but...
I'm not surprised in the slightest. I don't know why you're shocked. He would fully meet someone for half an hour and get married and then divorce the next day.
Mm-hmm.
I am
Leave the plane.
currently aware of where his spouse is.
Are they still married?
I'm not sure. Kyle has not mentioned them in some time.
What a strong, stable relationship that is.
You said he was off to
Anyway.
cut a deal with a powerful being.
Yes, he went to go cut a deal with a very powerful devil that resided in Avernus.
Which one?
I
don't know why I'm whispering.
I don't know why you're whispering either. There's nobody else here but you all. There's a powerful devil on the plains of Avernus called Mad Maggie May.
Shut a bar.
Yeah.
She does not. That is completely independent
With a
of that
mechanical
fucking
bull.
bar.
Does she have a southern accent?
Right, this is an actual written fucking character. I did not name this one. You can sod off with all that.
But does she have a southern accent?
I don't know. We never got to her, so I don't know.
Fair enough.
I never made up the accent for her. He went to go and make a deal with her, as she is of, not only is she of devil heritage, so has sway in Avernus, she also is half hag, we believe. So she is perfectly capable of having sway over other planes and other beings, and is known for making deals with mortals that are not too horrific. So we sent Kyle to go and barter with her, and as per usual with Kyle, it's never a straight step forwards, and then you put a mad hag into the mix, and I don't know what happened, nor do I know exactly where he is, but I know that he's alive, I know that he is not in immediate peril, which is better than he usually does, and I know that he is not on this plane of existence, and I know that he will make his own way home.
Okay.
That sounds cool.
It's about as good as we can get, and also I
Very
would
cool.
love to play that one shot, please, and thank you.
The quest to rescue Kyle.
Or to rescue whoever's with Kyle from Kyle.
Yeah.
Rescue the hag from the mad monk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm sure he appreciates your concern. However, I think he's fine.
Is everyone else back that needs to be back?
Certainly from the Light Raven's perspective, I'm aware that there are some knights that are still officially missing in action across the city, but it is understood that they are dead, so...
I hope they actually are, and we're not about to just leave them.
I mean, we're taking the city.
True.
So if they're not, they'll come with us.
Very much.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Well, we were just very interested to know what had happened to Kyle. And
I look forward to the report myself.
I look forward to the report and then the story he tells in the bar afterwards.
I have no interest in listening to that. Because, as per usual, half of it will be lies with
That's
Kyle.
half of the fun.
Who would you rather listen to, Kyle or Siren?
One of them you're going to get proper lore and facts and like
Yeah.
basis,
But the other one's
and
gonna
the
get a
other
good
one is just going to be a
story.
really good
Yeah.
story, and half of it's not going to be true. Can we take turns? You know, like between them, because like
Depending on your mood.
yeah,
Yeah.
like if I
Yeah.
want to study, I'll go to Siren. But if I want to
Yeah.
like have a good bar fun night out, I'm gonna go to Kyle.
Be entertained.
Yeah. Sit him on stage and let him tell stories for like 9 hours and just keep handing him a beer every so often. Yeah, it's Garen's like, yes, Kyle is his own.
Agent.
Yes, there's a reason he does not exist within the normal structure of the Light Ravens. Because quite simply, it doesn't work. And he causes me more pain and difficulties when he does that. However, he's incredibly good at pulling something out the bag when I need it most. So I keep him on.
It's very possible he and the hag are about to turn up before the day is through. Throw a spanner in the works.
Oh, I believe he has negotiated his entire deal. Thank you. After hearing that we have sorted things on our end.
So he's just getting something for himself, or?
I have no
How do you know this?
Oh,
So you got
Kyle
sending
contacts me.
Sending.
Like, I have no idea. Considering Kyle cannot cast magic, I have no idea how he's currently doing.
Like, does a message appear in your brain? Do letters appear on your desk? Like,
most
Skyrace.
recently, it has been very close to what sending would be. Yes,
huh?
it really depends with Kyle. He gets me messages however he can. When you were operating out of Dust Helm, he sent me pigeon letters.
More conventional. Huh?
But I don't think his carrier pigeon works over multiple planes.
Should upgrade his pigeon.
If I could, I would.
Carrier imp.
I don't think that would be a good idea. Mostly because then it would talk and it would give Kyle ideas.
We're very close to being done here. Leaving.
If it's possible, I would appreciate a quick question through yourselves to Lady Earfield. As
You
to,
just ask her.
I don't think it would be best if I approached her.
Fair enough.
If it's possible that you could ask her 2 things on my behalf. Firstly, whether or not it is possible to prevent me from dying as she moves the city to the upper planes. And make
That was a thing. We had talked
Totally
about this
doing.
briefly.
And if it's possible to know what is going to happen to the remaining demons and devils that are within the city as it jumps.
Those are really good questions.
So yes, if we could get some answers to those.
We've had an initial steer that
If she
people
has
will be given a
full-
choice.
Just to not
No,
you
the
can-
devils and demons that are jumping.
No. Like, the individuals within the city will be given a choice as to whether or not they're...
But he will be in a divine domain, and if he touches...
No, like, people will be shunted to the material plane if they want.
No,
I thought they were
they're all
going divine domain,
here,
and then they can leave.
and then she was going
is
to
that
help
how it's gonna work?
facilitate. Yeah.
And he might spontaneously
Oh, yeah, no, that might kill him.
combust. I
I
realise you don't want to share your personal details of your life, but if she has follow-up questions that go beyond you might spontaneously combust, is there anything we can tell her?
You're welcome to pass the questions on via the teleport.
Okay.
Okay. Cool.
If I guess the main sticking point would be if the ground is considered holy, I cannot touch it. If the air is considered holy, I cannot breathe it. Exactly.
Right. Okay, we can fix this.
Yeah.
We can put him in a bag of
We
holding.
can fix this.
Oh, I was going to say a scuba suit. A diving suit. Scuba diving
That
doesn't
could work
exist
too.
yet.
But like putting him in a pocket dimension, that would be a good workaround.
How do you feel about being in a bag?
Or the vault.
Yes, that's
Or
why
the vault,
I
I
said pocket
suppose.
dimension because they haven't sorted out the vault yet. That was something they were working on, right? They haven't fixed that
Yeah,
yet.
they haven't got a pocket dimension for the vault yet.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So short hat.
Worst case
short
scenario,
term.
how do you feel about being in a bag?
You cannot put people in the bag of holding.
I think you can.
No,
You can.
No, you can't.
There's a
No, you
whole.
can't.
There's whole
There's a whole
mechanics
thing
for
about how
how
long
to
you can
breathe
breathe.
under in
Yeah,
there.
but that's for like pocket dimensions. It's not, and for like
No,
small
it's-
animals in the
I'm
bag. The
so
opening of the bag is
convinced.
very small.
You can do this with a portable hold. You can't do it with a bag of holding.
And
The bag of holding, the opening is this big. You can't get.
So it's not a case of you can't breathe in the pocket dimension. There is air in the pocket dimension if you open it. The problem is that the opening to the bag is too small to fit a person through, and you cannot widen it any further.
Like, he couldn't fit in the golf bag, could he?
No, because the opening to the golf bag is too small. He can fit in a portable hole because the opening to the portable hole is quite big.
There's a whole monster got
it
introduced.
talks
in the story.
about breathing creatures inside the bag. I'm
It's
so
just
confused.
people
How
put
big is-
kittens and
How
stuff
big
in
is
them.
2 feet?
2 feet is this big.
You could fit in
Wait,
that.
2 rulers. 2 rulers.
Fit in that.
And how deep is it?
Eh,
That might be a struggle for shoulders.
Are they 2 feet in
It's
diameter
a
and about 4
4-foot
foot
cube.
deep?
4 foot. So 2 feet by 4 feet deep.
yes, most people could fit in that for sure.
Nah.
No.
Yes,
Bag.
Nah.
No.
a 4-foot cube. Are you kidding me?
It's not a 4 foot. It's 2 foot diameter. And 4 foot.
4 by 4, you could totally fit in
It's
there.
4x4. You could definitely fit.
It can only hold up to 500 pounds. How much does he weigh?
Yeah,
Oh,
definitely
he doesn't weigh
less
500
than that.
I don't know what that is.
But generally,
An adult
humanoids
would
don't
be
fit
like
in
100.
bags.
That's like 2 people.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine then.
No is the answer. I'm
That's
sticking by my no.
insane, and I disagree, but whatever. Okay, so what I'm hearing is we need to
Anyway.
find a portable hole. Same idea, just...
Okay, anyway, we should probably just ask Io first.
About our friend with the condition.
Yeah.
He's allergic to anything divine.
The back folding looks like a sack. I'm sorry, I'll let it go.
Yeah, can we find Io just like when she gets a quiet moment? Ask her these discreet questions about our friend. About the nature of what this upper plane is going to be and whether or not it might cause somebody with an allergy to divine stuff to combust.
Okay. So, heading back through to like the main like sleeping area and stuff like that, you can see like she's still like in the middle of like a rolling crowd of people essentially. Even though like she's finished with like healing folk and things like that, there's now like just kids that she's just like saying hi to and stuff like that, and just sort of like greeting people and doing a lot of like yes thank you for being here. I'm very happy to help. I can anything you need kind of thing. She's a little bit stuck because people just keep coming up to her and like gushing at her and stuff like that. She's like, thank you.
Are other people pledging themselves to her as well?
It doesn't look like it. It doesn't look like anybody's like getting down on their knees and being like, I will
Fine.
spend my life devoted to you.
I didn't... You're not even I said that. I didn't expect civilians to be like, yes, I'm ready to die for this angel.
I will fight and die for you.
Yeah, do you want to approach her as she's in that like bowl of people kind of thing?
I'm having a pray. I'm not here.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
You can approach her.
yeah, I kind of wade through the kids and go like, excuse me, I need to ask a very important question. Don't worry, I'll give her back to you very soon.
Okay.
Excuse me, my lady. I bear questions from the leadership of the Light Ravens.
Yes, of course. Perhaps
a
we
moment
could
of your time.
step to a quiet room or something.
Yes, that would be best.
We find a sight room.
Just shuffle her back to the room that you were all in anyway. Yeah. Right. Yeah, okay.
So,
Hey, how's it going?
So much!
Yeah. Sure you want to be a god?
I mean, theoretically, when I am a god, I will have a layer of people between me and the standard everyday people, right?
I believe they're known as clerics.
Yeah, clerics, or even like when I get to the point where I have my own angels and stuff like that, there'll be like buffers kind of thing. 'Cause that's a lot. And I'm not used to that. I'm used to just being like the helpful paladin in the corner that's handing out soup. You know, I'm not used to that. It's been a long time since I've done that, and my memories are not the best of that time either. They're a bit hazy. Did you have actual questions?
Yeah.
Or? Right. Sorry.
One of there was a
Garen, who was
half
at the
elf
meeting.
at the table that we were at earlier. White hair, older looking fella.
You remember what Garen looks like?
The guy sat next to me?
No, not the old human. This guy's a half elf. Despite our current location and being surrounded by clerics and paladins, he suffers harm if he comes into contact with anything divine, including just divinely powered individuals.
Like if he shakes hands with a cleric, he gets burnt.
Oh, okay. You should point him out to me so I don't accidentally like.
That's why we're asking these
High five
questions
him.
and not him.
He's keeping his distance from
High
you.
five. Really.
He's worried that when we jump to an upper plane, the very air itself will be
He might spontaneously combust.
Oh, yeah.
burning from
So,
inside out.
As soon as we get there and the ritual's like complete, it will be divine.
Everything will be divine? The floor, the air, Okay.
The grass, the water, the bees, all of it.
Just for Polly.
So, if he can't be around divine things, he will probably die quite horribly when we get there.
His question was, do you have a way for that to not happen? And he is in our bond, so if you have questions, he can answer questions.
Wouldn't it be wild if she could like lift a curse on him or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're not. It might be a curse. Is it a curse?
I don't think he said.
He's never said.
I think we've assumed it's a curse.
It could
But
be
we're not sure.
it could be a part of his own faith. Weirdly.
Yeah.
He's such an apostate that anything divine just
Yeah, maybe.
is
Yeah.
allergic.
He is afflicted
He is
by
the
something.
one and only atheist.
Doesn't believe in God. Even though there's like one stood next to him.
It's psychic damage every time he comes across and attacks it with one. That's the real hurt.
If he's got some kind of affliction, I might be able to lift it. It would depend on what gave it to him. And it would also depend on whether or not we're talking about me as me now or me as a god trying to lift it. Because I will have more power then and potentially... but also can't
Garen,
touch
are
him.
you there?
Yes.
That's not his voice.
No, it's not, but I forgot what I was going for a second there.
Is this a sort of affliction that
Like, is it a
she
curse?
may be able to
Is
lift?
it an illness or something that could potentially be cured?
I have never found a cure for it.
Is that something he wants?
If it was possible to be cured, is that something you would want?
It would depend on the conditions of the removal.
But it is something that hypothetically could be. Just because you've not found a cure for it yet doesn't mean there isn't one.
I suppose that is true.
Okay. To save time, we are relaying
Yeah,
everything we're saying to Io. We don't need to have the conversation twice.
I think I could like see that you're having this conversation kind of thing and get mildly confused between the telepathic bond and do you know when you like holler at people that are on the phone like tell them this she starts doing that kind of thing.
Our god is an idiot.
Yeah.
She hasn't been a whole person in some time.
No, I love her.
She's a bit quirky. But she would like be like what happened, how did you get it?
She's asking how you got the curse.
Garen, there'd be a really long pause. But perhaps I should just come into the room.
Yeah, she promises
Yeah.
to not high-five you specifically.
I think at this point we will jump to Polly briefly.
How's your praying going?
Oh,
praying.
I'm just praying.
Yeah? Are
Yeah.
you trying to actively reach out or just sort of like gently reassure?
Not even gently reassure, because I'm like, I don't think you understand how confident Polly is. She's so secure with her connection with Chantia. Like, she didn't even know she had it for so long, and Chantia was, like, still very encouraging and very present, despite the fact that Polly was utterly ignorant of it. So, like, this is fine. Like, I am way more dedicated than I was, like, 3 weeks ago. Like, this is only an improvement.
Okay.
So yeah, I think I'm more just touching base and being like, you know, what do you think? How like, we're on track, right? This is all going quite well. You pleased? Like I'm assuming that you have some like divine plan or something like that, or maybe you're just enjoying the story, the saga that's playing out. But thanks for all your support so
Just having
far.
the popcorn,
You're
watching the
still my
telenovela.
number one gal. Like, yeah,
Okay.
absolutely. That's just it, really.
Okay. Are you and not expecting any kind of response? Not trying to get a response or anything?
Like, I think she views everything as a conversation, and she's not hurt when she doesn't hear back, but like she's always like, it could happen. Like, she could feel chatty one of these days. Like, it's absolutely. So she hears back, fab. If she doesn't, yeah, it's not gonna like wreck her day.
Okay. I think like Polly would have found like maybe like a little quiet corner to do this, or do you think just like settle down with light ravens?
I don't mind, really.
I'm not choosing for you.
Yeah, I think she's so maybe for the sake of other people, because she will chat out loud and it will seem weird. She goes elsewhere for it.
Find a quiet corner.
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely. Her and her bees.
Okay.
Just yeah.
Yeah, I think like you settle down in the corner, you have this like nice conversation, you set out all the things that you usually keep for practicing and praying and things like that. Like if you've got candles and like specific like
Yeah, she just like
seeds and flowers. And
she
things.
just it like that is weird because it didn't used to be about connecting with Chantia as much as it was like, this is something me and my granny used to do.
Yeah.
So I will do it to remember her, but realise now that it's actually to do with Chantia as well. So yeah, it's a little kind of just a nice sweet moment.
Yeah.
Touching base.
I think you get quite a nice like warm glow to yourself from that.
Lovely.
And like that sort of like do you know that peaceful sense that you get when you've like had a day out in nature and like in the grass, you've touched the grass, you've had a bit of sun, you feel like rejuvenated. And I feel like there's almost like that cool like wash over your skin that you get when you've like been near like a waterfall or something, which is an intense amount of relief.
I was gonna be
in
like,
Avernus.
that's also like achingly like, oh, I'd be so desperate for that. The moment I felt, I'd be like, oh man, I missed that. That's wild. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think you get that those like pleasant feelings like rolling over you while you're doing this, and I think you Polly would like believe that's like that Shantae being like, yeah,
For
we're
sure.
good, we're good, have some nice vibes.
Yeah. Amazing. See, I told you we'd be solid.
But yes, Garen would enter the room a few minutes later and would effectively try and back himself against the wall away from Eophil, and Eophil would very quickly understand what's happening and would shift back to like her like human form and like stand on the other side of the room to try and give him
What a
as
very
much
normal
space as possible.
conversation this is going to be.
Yeah. She'd be like, hello, my understanding is that you might die as part of this process. I would like you to not die, obviously. How can I help?
Darren, I know you're very particular about who knows your personal information. Would you like us to leave for this conversation?
Still the bond.
And he would shuffle quite uncomfortably and say,
Or do you prefer having a buffer?
actually, yes, I would prefer if you would leave. It's quite personal. So, thank you.
We'll just leave these NPCs to have a conversation amongst themselves.
But like we've got the equivalent of our glasses, like glasses held up to the door. The telepathic bond is still on. Like
It is, yeah. And I don't think Garen can exit it.
yeah,
No. I
Um,
wonder if he's got the
Unless
mental
it's in-
discipline to speak
if
without
his
thinking.
intelligence drops below a certain number, then he voluntarily exits it. So like, if he's about to get
beat himself senseless for a minute or something.
yeah, or like polymorph into a creature. That's what Lyra did. Or I polymorphed her rather.
Yeah.
She
She became like a giant scorpion and
She
got
did.
really confused.
Yeah,
didn't
she
Yeah.
did.
Oh my god. But yeah, you troop back out of the room. You would see that Garen would just like catch Lena as she was leaving.
Was she with us?
I presume so.
Okay.
Oh
Yeah.
my
In the same way,
god.
I'm presuming like Lena, Clifford, and Barra are vaguely just following you all, the main group around like a smoke
Whoa.
Our
cloud.
entourage.
Yeah, you have an entourage.
Amazing.
Belinda only doesn't follow because she's too big to fit through most doors.
And she's
Aw.
made some new friends.
And she's making friends, yeah. But yeah, Garen would like catch Lena and like ask her to stay.
Wow.
Not too
Okay,
personal
right.
for her.
Theories, people, because this is clearly I like. Do you think this was a punishment of you leaving the place with the armor that you're currently wearing? You know, like if he was involved in like a faction in the Feywild and he can never return there, was it like a yes and on top of that?
Is it like
Man, actually, he
you
can
know, so you can think.
he can return there and also like holy things kill him. This
Yeah.
dude has been through.
I feel those
through
feel
the ringer.
unrelated though. Like,
Yeah.
why would yeah?
Do you think for politeness' sake you should like kill the Bond?
I can't. I'm busy. I'm praying.
Oh yeah.
You would just have to go la 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 the entire time. I hope that.
I'll sing a song in my head,
Yeah.
block out all other noise for everyone.
You could ask Clifford to start talking.
Oh God, no!
I don't think Garen would be able to like continue a conversation with that.
Yeah, you
It
can
takes so
ignore
much
a song. You
practice.
can't ignore Clifford.
You can't ignore Clifford. No one can ignore Clifford. He is the true golden retriever puppy. Okay, yeah. So we've left Eophil in a room with Garen and Lena.
Yep.
What would we all like to do?
I'm not sure if there's anything else anyone would want to
Yeah.
do between now and tomorrow morning or whenever we're all reconvened.
Is William? Sorry, I keep on saying Will and then remembering that's you.
confusing.
He's
isn't
here.
it?
Is
Yeah.
it weird having a character with the same name as you that isn't you?
I think he might be the final boss, which makes it very weird. Yeah.
We are gonna kill you. Is he still away with his higher ups, his peers?
He's sort of still like in the war room, the war office.
Do Garen and Urshel know that we know Glacia?
Yes.
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 Mhm.
Okay.
It feels like we're so close to victory, which means this is the time of like maximum danger. Something could go wrong.
When I'm back, do you want me to polymorph into a tiny bug and do some eavesdropping?
Oh, that's a good idea.
Just to get a lay of the land.
Maybe listening on what High Observer and Sir Siren
Yeah.
are talking about, and
Absolutely.
if we're going to get discovered, and
Yeah.
yeah.
That. It wouldn't even need to be me. Obviously, I could use BB to go have a look instead. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Adolin's he's got that sort of like nervous anticipation of this could all be over tomorrow, and he's like catastrophizing like what could go wrong between now and then.
That's fair.
And I think if something's going to go wrong, it's going to come from inside the command center. Because Gregwin's on side, the Light Ravens are on side, Eofield's complete on side, we've got Miriam on side, the cult's already there. We have all the pieces that we need to.
It's literally
Elevate.
William, Siren,
The loyalist
But
knights.
also,
Lanny.
like, let's think of this a bit more kind of like brazenly. How
What the
can
fuck could they do?
How can they stop us? Literally. Like, if...
Oh, that's dangerous thinking right there.
No, but like, she's a literal angel.
Yep.
And there's a vast majority of people who are very happy for her to take them to the upper planes.
Yeah.
If they don't want to stay, they don't have to. But like, what, are they going to try and like take her down?
Yeah, I think we have enough people on side now that if it did come to an us versus them thing, we have the numbers.
We have a lot of the people, but a lot of like the loyalist knights, like most of the knights
They're
I assume are
beefy,
not in the
yeah.
cult. So The High Observer still has like an entire order, minus secret cultists.
Again, I really think we should veto using the word cult. If this comes up, we need to not call them a cult, because the connotations are insane.
It's the religious order of Eofiel.
The faithful.
The Order of Eofiel would be fine.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yes,
Let's go with that.
absolutely.
The faithful still sounds very culty.
Yeah. We're
Because it's a
rebranding.
cult.
We're
cult that we've been-
rebranding.
The faithful are just all those people in BBC.
Should we find Greg and be like, by the way,
We're
we're rebranding your cult? If anyone asks.
It's
Pass
just
it round
called
the fire.
Order.
You've been too problematic. We're rebranding.
Yeah.
Yes.
I love how we started this campaign as, oh my god, we need to kill all of this cult members and stuff like that. And now you're like, let's take over, we're going to rebrand.
We don't.
We need
We don't
to-
like
we
that
need
we're
to-
doing
Yeah,
this.
we are
Change their
going to
image.
destroy this cult and put something better in its place. Absolutely.
We're just using the
But
cult.
It just
using
happens
the
to be
cult,
a
which
lot of the same people
It's
involved
like
as
what
the
you were
original
talking
one.
about. Like sometimes you have to make the decision of is it better to destroy the thing and build up again,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
repurpose what's already there. We're
Oh my god, are we
what's already
doing
there.
like organisational restructuring and rebranding? So
We're
that we can have all
minimizing
the
the
same
embodied
people?
carbon of the cult.
Yes, exactly. See,
We're doing some restructuring because we killed Arma.
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
I think that we're doing everything right.
So yeah, eavesdropping on the bosses, I think, might not be a bad idea.
Yeah,
Just so
okay.
we can stay one. We can be forewarned of any
Yeah,
thing they're
and
gonna do.
I should go rather than BB because I have my own stats and hers are kind of shit. Because I remember rolling like a 10 in perception for her last time and being like, fuck, waste of freaking time. Cool. Okay.
What does Gregwin look like?
He's beefy.
Apart from very tall.
Very
Is he
tall.
He's human?
He's human.
He's
yeah,
human.
He's bold. He's got like a black and grey beard. I've always imagined to look quite like Kratos, actually, from like God of War.
Ah.
Okay.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Yes,
I think it might be.
God.
Nah, he's not cool enough to be Kratos.
No, but I think the second God of
He's a weenie.
God of War Ragnarok, I think is the image I'm seeing.
Yeah.
But like obviously not like topless.
Like the Norse era. Kratos. Yeah.
That's the sort of image I have attached in my head.
Okay.
Does that help?
Yeah, I just realised I'd forgotten what most people look like. You started describing Gregwin and I was like, what?
Garen.
Garen even, yeah.
He is like he's a half elf with white hair.
Yeah.
You had that right.
That is
it was
really
very pale.
I don't
I'm a
write
very
down
visual
descriptions
sort
of
of-
people, so I'm like, they're here.
I always start at the beginning of campaigns doing that and immediately throw out the window. Like,
Yeah.
I just imagine them however I imagine them, which is normally not how they've been described.
yeah, that's how it turns into.
Imagine Garen is a lot like Avalok from Witcher 3 actually. And like he's got that kind of like longish silver grey hair, he's very aloof. He's not like a full elf, but he's still very like, why do I have to put up with you fucking mortals?
I don't think I see him like that. I have an image in my head, but I can't remember where it's from. So that's not helpful. Because he dresses in a lot of black as well. His hair is like this kind of length.
Okay.
It's not like long. It's like here. He's quite like rogue-like. Because like that's how he fights, that kind of thing. He's got like his stat book is based off of a rogue and stuff like that. So yeah.
My god, we might see him fight in the finale. Sick.
Does he have a mini?
Not currently.
Okay.
That bodes well.
Yeah, you got time.
We got that.
You got
It's gonna be Tiamat.
Oh god.
time. Jesus, he's been TM out all along.
You never know. Yeah. So is it we're kind of getting to the end of our session.
You don't say, we're just chatting shit.
I kind of thought we'd be further along than we were.
Okay.
With like all of this.
I'm gonna go
Yeah.
have a nosy. Is that
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah, of course.
Cool. So we're going to do sort of like command center reconnaissance and then maybe close out the session after
Okay,
that.
that sounds
Cool.
good. I'll
Sounds
have a wee peek.
Where was
I'll
a good
figure
stopping
out
point?
Where they're at.
Cliffhanger. Good cliffhanger.
Okay. Okay, so we're going to turn into a little bee and we're going to go into the command center.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are we just chilling waiting outside?
you'll be able
Yeah,
to hear.
telepathic bond.
Yeah,
you can
yeah.
you can
I think
just.
that's still active while you're wild chipped.
I can re-up it as well if an hour's probably passed already. So
Oh, and that'll kick Garen and Lena out as well. So.
yeah, that's perfect. Yeah, exactly.
Sound good?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we're doing a little bit of bee reconnaissance. I can't make a pun out of that.
Reconnaissance.
I don't like it.
Fine. Thank God.
So you head into the main command center area, and you can see that William is there, like at the back, with Gregwin, Solani, their 2 lieutenants, and one of the mages. And you can see they're having a discussion at the back. I presume you're approaching them.
Sure. Yeah. Not directly, obviously.
Stealthy being.
Yes. We're on the edge. I'll kind of keep a line in the corridor of the roof because nobody can fucking that's just already shadow. Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds good. Okay. Yeah. So we get close enough to the to the grouping to hear the conversation and stuff like that, and you can hear that I think spending a bit of time there as well, you can hear that they're going around in a bit of circles of, do we trust her? Do we trust the Lady Eophil? She says she's going to take us to a plane in the upper, in the upper plains, and then everybody can go home. But she can't take the city. Why can't she take the city straight back and stuff like that? There's a lot of circle discussion there. Of they're not sure. They're sort of, you can see obviously Gregwin is I think this is a good idea. This is going to be what's best for the people of Promar. Yes, we're going to lose the city, and that is horrific. We're going to lose our ancestral home, etc., etc. But we need to think about the people first. And you can see Zalani does agree with that, and does voice that to William of, yes, we need to put the people first. I don't want to lose our city either. But at the end of the day, our focus is saving all the citizens. And if this is the best way to do it without risking anybody else's life as well, I'm afraid that we've lost Promar before to fires. This can be our legacy of rebuilding Promar again now.
Yeah.
And you can see William is very much umming and ahhing. He is quite obviously not wanting to do that. He does not want to leave the city. And he keeps going around the circles of, why can't she get the city back? Why can't she get the city back? If she can move it to the upper planes, why can't she move it to the material plane? It's and you see he starts off going on a charade of, it's closer, the material plane is closer. And you can see one of the mages being like, that's not how that works, sir. He's like, but I've seen the map. And he's like, yes, sir, the map is a lovely visualisation, but it doesn't actually mean distance, sir. I'm really sorry. And there's a bit of mages interjecting there with actual scientific stuff kind of thing.
That's good.
But yeah, they seem to be of the 3 prongs of the leadership that you've got here, where you've got Gregwin and Zalani that are both council members, and then
William seem
William.
like it's in favour, but William is the holdout.
Yeah, Zalani seems to be in favour of the plan to move to the upper plains and then take everybody home from there, but leave the city.
Yeah.
William seems very stuck on the idea of leaving the city. He obviously doesn't want to leave the city.
That seems absolutely it's very weird for him to be so hung up on it. I get it, but also he is the boss man. He is in charge of the health, the well-being of all of the civilians.
You might be in danger because you are tuned to the cup, and if he changes his mind and decides, nope, we're going with plan A,
he's going to pinch my cup.
He's going to track you down, he's going to have everybody trying to rescue you, he's going to take the cup, and
that is going to be great.
Force you at sword point to unattuned.
Oh, I'm so pleased that that's a thing that could conceivably happen. Amazing. Could I do a little insight check? My 15th of the session.
Yeah, sure.
Just to kind of get a read on is it just sentimental this is our homeland reasoning, or is it there's something else here that he is kind of clinging to beyond that?
Go for it.
Okay.
Advantage. You have advantage or something here.
24.
24. I think with the 24 you can quite clearly pick up on the idea that there's something more than this is my home. There's something more than that is pushing William
And
to be. He's unwilling to let go of the city.
And it's not just the fact that he doesn't trust Io. Do you mean like there's something more than that? Because you were saying earlier,
There's a little bit of question there of do we trust Io, but he
Yeah.
seems less stuck on that. He seems to like. It gets brought up in conversation, but quickly like quashed again. Of like, well, she saved us. Like, she's just trying to help.
right.
kind
So
of
that's
thing.
not the issue. There's something else.
And there also seems to be a quick discussion of, well, I did check, and she is a celestial, so you know. And there's obviously a little back.
All of the paladins being
Sure.
like, we did our divine sense.
sense.
Definitely
Divine
an
sense.
angel.
Yeah, she's definitely right. She's not a devil in disguise. We're
Yeah.
good, kind of thing. So like, there's obviously been a little bit of checking
Vetting,
behind the thing,
yeah.
but of bit more like physical in the moment kind of checking as
Cool.
opposed to like research kind of thing.
So there's something else there.
There is something that William seems to be very stuck on. Like,
Okay.
it's obvious that he doesn't want to leave the city, but when it gets brought up, you can see like. I think with that role and like spending a bit of time listening
I was
to the
gonna say,
conversation
yeah, I
as
will
well.
like kind of like I was just staring at him for like cues on like, is it a land thing? Is it like he has a dead relative here who he doesn't want to kind of like abandon? Is it like the holy ground that is like
There's
very
something about the
important?
physical city. Like he
Right.
wants the physical city back in the material plane. There's something about that he's stuck on of. He wants it moved back to material plane, and I think there's something, and it doesn't seem to pass into
Yeah.
Zalani or Gregor. Obviously, you know what Gregor's drivers are. Zalani is again a bit of a mystery to yourself.
Yeah.
You don't know him that well. Nobody's spent much
Can
time
I-
with him, but you can quite clearly see that same hang up isn't there for Zalani. He's sad that they're losing their city, their home, but he's putting the people's needs first.
Some sort of like fear.
I was going to ask, well, I'll share it with you guys as well, but just to clarify before I ask
Yeah.
my next in the game question, like, he's the highest up kind of in the entire kind of faction, which presumably means that to an extent he is the most devout to his deity, which is Torm, is that correct?
It doesn't.
Like, he's not one
He's
of
not
the...
necessarily the most devout.
Like the light bringers or whatever they were
Yeah.
called? Yeah, but he's gone in. They're pretty close.
Given what you know about his like strength and abilities from Adolin and other Knights of Ash, he's a pretty devout individual. Like he does speak highly of Torm. He's very forward about his faith for that. When you catch him in a moment that's not a complete and utter crisis.
Can I do, and maybe you guys could do something similar. I'm trying to figure out about like the city's history with Torm and like if there is some sort of like in the same way that Zariel's like domain is this and that we want to make a new domain for Eofiel, that maybe Torm has some sort of like additional kind of like power in connection to this place, but only when it is on the material plane. You know, like is there something here that is very, very important for a god to have control over? Like, has that ever come up? Like, there's a reason that...
Oh,
Can I roll a religion check? Sorry.
I think Adolin would be able to roll a religion check on that. And I'm going to ask quickly for an Arcana check from Kai as well then. Nobody else has religion.
No one else's religion.
No.
Lena's got?
Lena's not in the bond.
She's
not
anymore.
there.
Oh.
Can I have history? Do history just to feel included and not to roll perception?
Okay, yeah.
Thank you.
Come on, religion.
Go on, history.
24 for
Nice.
Arcana.
Damn, that's good. Do you have any bardics left?
7.
Oh, I do actually.
Because
Oh,
Yeah.
no, I don't. No, I don't. I
Oh,
missed
okay.
one.
plus 10, come on. Nat 20!
Oh!
3!
Beautiful!
Let's-
Dude!
If there was a time,
Dude, that's
spell all
so
the secrets
good.
of the city.
Please.
Okay, I
Pretty
think
please.
with those
Granite die.
lovely checks,
Granite
combined,
die.
you're not allowed that die when you DM. You have to roll the wedding die, sir.
You get all your
4.
you get your giant freaking unstoppable die
Yeah, I
and
do.
yeah.
And I don't roll it for my enemies.
Oh, that's nice. Okay, I take it back.
Yeah, because I like you all, and I know you'd complain to all high hell if I did.
We can play regardless.
Yeah, you would.
About me, I mean me.
But yes, I think with that combined set of excellent checks there, well done group,
What was your history check?
17.
Ah,
Still pretty
good.
What does an actual 20 actually get? What is your overall?
30.
30.
I have expertise in religion. No intelligence, but a +10 from
Amazing.
expertise.
That
Amazing.
is God
just your
level
proficiency.
religious knowledge.
Adolin
So good.
hit the books when he was coming up in the
That
world.
one time he studied.
For his final exam.
It was all about
He's read
history
every
of
holy
Burma.
text in the temple.
Okay, so I think between the three of you, you would all know that it is very possible for a god to have like a unique connection to a certain place, and that doesn't necessarily have to be some kind of like temple or like holy place dedicated to them. So it is entirely possible for a god to have something on the material plane that is heavily linked to them and required for them, kind of thing. It does happen all the time. There's lots of like tombs and stuff like that are like nexus points for gods and things like that. For like a god like Torm, I'm not sure any of you would have heard of something like that. There's nothing to you that would suggest that there is like I guess a focal point of his power in the material plane. That isn't. It just is certainly not something you've ever heard of. There's nothing like the Tomb of Torm or anything like that exists in Promar. There's nothing in Promar that would suggest a focal point like that.
But
it is possible that there is one, but it is more likely at this point that it's fallen out of any kind of living memory. Certainly, in terms of like this information connected to how William is acting specifically. There's obviously something about the city that he's hung up on. It's not the artifacts. It's not like physical items. It's something about he has to take the city with him back to the material plane, and he's getting hung up on the fact that he can't do that. I don't think that would suggest to you that there is any kind of focal point in terms of power and something like that, because something like that would probably have been lost the moment it transferred to Avernus.
Right.
So anything like that, any nexus points and stuff like that, they've probably already been eroded just by being in Avernus. So it's unlikely to be something like that. It's unlikely then also to be anything that's like an artifact of Torm, unless this artifact is completely immovable and like built into the city or something like that. But again, I think with those checks you can be pretty fucking confident that there isn't anything like that.
So we've eliminated a lot of options.
we've ruled out a lot there.
Is there
I'm
anything
sorry
to
I
do
can't
with
give you
the
like a
shape of the town? Is it like actually a pentagram and this entire...
It's quite circular, but I wouldn't have said pentagram.
Yeah, okay.
It's built on like a wheel pattern because that's just how the city was built. I don't think there's anything in that that's particularly like, oh, it's a wheel so it can roll away or anything like super. It's just because they rebuilt the city so many times they had architects to come in and like build it in fucking sensible ways, you know?
Is it definitely him that wants to have the city in the material plane and he's not like enchanted or anything?
I think you can quite clearly tell that he hasn't got any kind of like visible charm effect on him. He's not like glassy eyed or anything like that. Anything that's like super long effective or like really high level would be really hard to spot from the kind of like you're getting B view currently and like second-hand information kind of thing, and like you've been around him. He's not acting odd. He's not making weird jerky motions or anything like that. Like when Vara was under the control of the oh my god, what is that high-fae called?
Collector.
The collector.
Collector,
Thank you. Yeah, like Vara would like jerkily do stuff when he wasn't naturally trying to do it, kind of thing. William hasn't done anything like that.
Does he have any close friends that we also know and could interrogate?
Garen was quite a close friend.
Yeah.
How long has he been in the position for?
as High Observer?
Yeah.
Longish time. Not like
Century.
no, he is human.
Like a couple of decades?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we're talking 2 decades. He would have come to be. He would have been a member of the council for 2 decades, and I think he's been High Observer for about 10
Okay.
years. Nearly.
Oh.
And it is traditional that somebody holds that position until they're either usurped because they're being stupid, or they die. So, like, William is human, so it is fairly well accepted that he will hold that position until he dies.
Right.
Okay.
Which will be tomorrow. Okay, cool. I'm so fascinated. I can't quite figure out exactly what's going on.
Yeah.
Go
But that's
back
fine.
and ask our favourite guy who knows everything about the history of the
I
city.
mean, for real, maybe. He's in this meeting, no?
Who?
Sir Siren.
No, he's not in the meeting.
He's not in the
Ah.
meeting. Okay,
No,
wow,
he's not
that's actually
present.
just as well. That's good.
He's probably just having a nap somewhere.
Yeah, for sure. Maybe we should go
Yeah,
find
if
him.
Or
he's
worse, he's in the
about-
library doing his homework.
Yeah, no, but we think homework is good, right? It was if he would have made a snap decision,
Yeah.
it would be a problem. But if he does proper research, he'll understand the nuance of this, and it shouldn't be an issue.
Have we seen him about anywhere?
So Siren?
Yeah.
No.
Cool. We should go find him maybe and ask his thoughts, feelings, and opinions.
As a professional history person, why would someone really want this city to be in the material plane and not specifically the people? The buildings specifically.
Yeah.
You've worked here for forever.
Okay. Do we want to keep playing and try and bottom out that question? It's about 7:10.
Yeah, I just got a message that folk are in town, so or should be in town in about a half hour. So maybe it's a good time to wrap.
Okay, and we can remember to that we want to ask Siren about stuff
Yeah.
next time.
Yeah.
then
I'm just
somebody's
gonna write
take a
that
note.
down.
Thank you.
So twofold, like we want to make sure that he's doing good research on potentially if he is doing research on IFL,
Mhm.
and also what's the deal with the town, like specifically.
Yeah.
It's so interesting. So interesting, Alex. Why would you do this? Why would you make something so intriguing?
It's a lovely, complex, beautiful world for you to play in.
I know, you bastard.
Oh. All right, I'll make it 2D next time.
No.
But you like puzzles,
I
don't you?
do. I
Now
like
you've got,
puzzles for sure.
I don't know how
Do you
many
like
weeks
puzzle?
until the next session to sit and puzzle over what the fuck's going on.
Yeah.
I don't think we have any of the pieces to this puzzle. We rolled
We don't have enough.
we rolled an
We
incredible
have-
series of checks,
But
including
like
an at 20,
this
Plenty
bit,
and we
of
got
puzzles.
no puzzle pieces.
Yeah.
So
Plenty of puzzles.
I
Yeah,
think we're-
when's our next one?
We don't have it yet. I don't.
We
think.
don't? I thought we did.
I don't believe so.
I think we were waiting for. Some
Oh yeah, we
dates
were
in May to
like,
be-
when's Alex's birthday
Oh,
party,
yeah,
and then
yeah.
we'll work it out from there. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very cute.
Gotta
Okay.
be for that.
Alex is having a birthday party.
It's true.
At some point.
You're
some
all
point, yeah.
invited.
Who's here? The only viewer is you, so that is true.
It's true. I am invited.
Awesome. I think we'll wrap up there then. But thank you all so much for watching. I hope you had a wonderful time, and thank you for sticking with us for
I really
a
did.
very RP heavy
Yeah.
session. Then.
Yeah.
We usually do a bit more.
You
combat,
said if
but-
we did 6 hours of RP, you were going to throw hands with someone.
Well, it has been 6 hours, so I'm fine.
True.
Also, I did really enjoy it. I'm not being like a suck up. I did enjoy it.
Lots of like tying off threads, puzzles.
Yeah,
like, moving
absolutely.
forward to the plot. Yeah, it's great. It's great.
Nat 20s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we don't want to just shoot all a bit of combat in the middle of it because I'm like, they're getting bored. Let's go attack something.
No.
Orcs attack.
Amazing.
Exactly. But awesome. Thank you so much for joining us, and we will see you next time whenever we figure out when next time is.
Just check the Twitch.
One of the days.
It'll be there.
One day, eventually, sometime.
Bye.
In the future. Bye.